In 2014, I started my dreads, and I never thought that this day would come, or like this feeling, I guess. And it's so weird because I remember when I like quit uploading videos about my hair, I was just like, like what else could I do? Like there's not much more that I could do. And then as time went on, I thought about it. I'm like, there's so much more I could do, but I quit doing it. Whatever. But now, with where I'm at, I think that I'm so happy to make this video because I think it's the right time. Like everything just feels correct. With that being said, this is my restart. This is the rebirth. Like I don't know. Um hmm. So crazy to finally say it, but like, oh, I don't know. It's so weird to fucking say it, but I'm like kind of stoked to say it though. But like, this is my big chop video. And I'm excited because I think that I'm really happy to take this journey again and do a lot of things better than I had did before. And with the knowledge that I do have now about, how to maintain my dreads and the things that I did wrong, and just being the little shithead skater that I was when I first started. Um, I don't know. I feel like going through that time and looking back and reflecting with almost being 30 and like being able to go back all the way down on my page and actually see that I like see the progression of where my hair has gotten now. And we're going to relive some of those moments too. We're going to go through and go piece by piece about like what I remember where I was at with certain things. When I do go to explain things, at least I have a reference to tell you what was wrong and what I should have did better then, because I don't want to sit here and just make a video just to be making a video about going through my dreads. Like, I actually like the thought of having the knowledge to be able to tell you what the fuck you should not do and all the great things that you should do and might not consider, but it definitely will help. For those of you that have not seen my previous videos, there's a lot. If you scroll all the way down to like the first one, like to see where my hair started 14 years ago, no, 10 years ago. Yeah, 10 years ago. 10 years ago from right now. So yeah, I think that this is really nice. And also going into the new year, this is going to be a great thing and just kind of release, a lot of the past from me. And that brings me to my first point. I really, really want to like have this conversation about what got me to this point. So for me, my dread journey hasn't been too crazy. It hasn't been too wild, I guess. Like I haven't did all the crazy colors with my dreads. I've only bleached my hair. I've been bleaching it since I have to insert the video here of when I actually first bleached it, because I have that on this page still. And that first bleaching, like it went so well. So like I never wanted to see my hair any different than it has been. And to be honest, I'm probably gonna end up bleaching it again. I know that's gonna be a problem that I have, but I figured out a better way to maintain that also with a bleach wash rather than like a harsh bleaching. But that's something that we can get into when it comes down to me actually doing that, so I can give you the step by step. But I do have a previous video that I just filmed recently of me bleaching my hair, but there is some other things I'm going to probably have to do different when I go ahead and do it. Okay? Because nobody likes fucking breakage. I'll fucking tell you that. And I had a lot of it. And it has to be because of the bleaching, but I have realized that a little bit of the towel too, when you're not using it correctly. So one thing that I really didn't consider at the start was interlocking. I will share examples when we get to that part. But interlocking is definitely a thing that I took for granted and didn't consider, but it has done a lot to save a lot of the dreads that I have when they were a little bit thinner or having problems, this, and that. And that is one reason that I really wanted to get to the point right now to cutting my hair, because I didn't have it in me to want to do it, but I really didn't like that I had to doctor a lot of my hair, And if you get to like, might as well get into it, okay? My hair's not twisted right now, you know. This is without putting everything back into the roots and twisting it up. And it's starting to be winter, so it's a little bit dry out here in these streets. But I will say, like, look at how doctored this is, you know? That was like, I think it started with 3 dreads and 4 dreads, and then other ones went into it. There's so much. And I guarantee if I took these latches off right now, this would probably fall apart. Like, oh. And just the fact of like not wearing something to bed for many years fucked up my shit too. That was a main factor in a lot of this being bad, was not wearing a head wrap like I do now. But I still just kind of get to the point that I'm like, oh, I'm gonna restart them anyway, so like don't even worry about it, you know. So like right here, that when that fell off, I'm like, fuck this shit, I'm over it, because what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do, you know? And I lost a lot in the back because of letting people that don't know how to cut hair, or me cutting it myself in the mirror. Sorry. Or like me cutting it myself in the mirror. I know that definitely played a big part in it. You know, just catching those roots and somebody going too close, not establishing a line. Like there's a lot of things that you have to do when you cut it. And I still cut my hair to this day right now. I've let other people cut it too, but I currently just do everything on my own. You know, like as the channel started, shall it die in the same sense, okay? DIY till I die. And I've still always been doing my hair, but I just cut it probably like 2 weeks ago. And I really hate, like when I start these over, I might go a little bit farther down, but I do not like having hair in this section. Like there's no other way for me to do it. Okay. Like if I wanted a real mullet, I could probably never do it because of that. And I like mullets. I don't know what it is about those things. Okay. It just does some good for the fashion. Don't ask me why. They look good in the blue jeans. Whatever. But with my hair being where it is now, I just really feel like I just want to shed like everything that I was and that I wanted like to be, and just come into this new era of what I am and what I am trying to be, you know? Like I feel like I feel myself a lot more, and I definitely feel like energy is carried with you. And I think of it this way, you know how they have like, oh, like a spirit's bound by this and that. Like, well, the spirit of all the memories and things that I've been through, like I feel like those are bound to the DNA of my hair at that time. A lot of those things are in there, and I want to release some of those things, you know? Like there's always this heavy heart on my head. And I don't know why, bro. I'm just fucking crazy, and let me be crazy. And I really don't care that I'm crazy, but it's okay that I'm crazy. Right, Mask?
You fucked, mate.
Anyway, I just really believe that starting this over for me is helping me kind of regain. And this is a weird thing. It's just how my mind works recently, and I'm trying to figure out if this is right, but I regret it if I cut it off and I don't feel better. But I really feel like recently that kind of changing something that is like very, very, that means a lot to me, I will say, will kind of push me in a dramatic way to kind of show up for myself in a new light, if that makes sense. So it's more than, you know, just cutting it because I know what I know now. It's, I really do want to release what I have been. And that's an inconsistent person with giving myself the way that I want to in the art way. Inconsistent in showing up for myself. And I think a lot of the detriment of what my life has been and what it is now has been trying to show up for other people. And I think this is a way that I showed up for other people that I really enjoyed when I was making these videos. So like, why not? But yeah, like with that being said, just it's all, in all honesty, I think that me going through this process is me shedding a lot of things that I already wanted to shed, and making me wake up with a new feeling, you know, like I don't know. I think I like the idea of being able to fucking put my fingers through my hair, like my head, and not feel anything. And then like looking down and just waiting for it to get back to that place, because my hair should belong to this. I had a lot of breakage, okay? So there's a lot of pieces that I lost, but like I really didn't, I guess, I don't know. Okay, all right. I'm all over the place. Like I said, let me cook. One thing that I kept coming back to that let me keep my dreads to this point was like, I'd be like, oh, like Bob Marley, bro. Like Bob Marley's hair is fucking like what it was. Like he just lived his life. He felt however he felt. He let it go. You know, like the people that do have like those neglect dreads that are just so inside of themselves and comfortable with themselves. I'm like, why can't I just be comfortable with what I have? You know, and I am comfortable with what I have, but the thing is like what I want to do with what I have. So like I have no middle part. You know, I never established a middle part. When I started doing these dreads, I didn't do anything to make that happen. And these are all pretty much just freeform. It's fucking freeform. And there's nothing else you can really do after that point. So, yeah, like I let my hair get fully dreaded. It's not like I could just take it apart and establish a line. And then after that, what am I going to do? Like establish a part and then just have all these random hairs like in the middle, like growing. I didn't know what to do. You know, I could have cut apart. I just decided not to. But I do want to establish like a middle part and things like that. I do want to get my hair parted so the dreads are all like within even sizes. A lot of the things that I did have problems with that I realized from this method specifically, if I was to just only go towel again, I would definitely go towel, but the one like little single strand hairs and stuff that are like kind of off on their own, like make those a part of another dread. And that's what I really didn't do. I let everything be what it was and who it was and its own personality. And I feel like that took away from a lot of the power that I would have had within establishing a style that I want, you know? One other thing that I really do want to keep, but still don't know how I'm going to go about it, is right here. Because I know in this section, I do not have a lot of growth because it's right there at the edge of your head. And it's specifically how my hair decides to grow. So I know like right here, I do want to keep a line, but then I'm like, oh, should I let it come closer? But like, honestly, like looking at it in the video right now, it looks like a lot more is there, like cut. That's like one finger. It looks like a lot more is cut here in the front than it really is. It's not that much. Like it's literally like these two fingers put together amount. And that's not a lot, in my opinion, when I'm looking at it cutting it. So I don't know. I'm trying to figure out if I'm just going to go from right here and reestablish this whole row and keep all that cut down there, but that's in the spot that I don't like feeling hair. So I think I still might stay like up here somewhere. I really don't know. Like I'm figuring this out as I go, and that's what all these videos are going to be, is just me updating as I get a new found thought, letting you know where I'm at and what's going to happen. Okay. I'm getting behind now. So next steps. The next steps for me would be establishing how I'm going to take my dreads out and get them apart. Okay. So for me, I am not going with the method of just shaving your head and letting it all start from scratch where it's at. I do not like myself without hair. It just doesn't feel good. I feel cold. I feel lonely. Why do I sound like a nigga from Detroit? Oh shit. Oh God. Okay. But yeah, like for me, like I'm not gonna lie. Okay. Yeah, because I just don't want it like that. I don't want it like that. I want. I guess it's just like the hurry up and wait in me that really just doesn't want to go without having hair and establishing something again. But I'm gonna have to let some of this grow, like, you know, like this cut section, at least let it grow, you know. But for me, my plan is to take my dreads apart right here with all this new growth is, okay? Because I have a lot of new growth and I have decently long hair. And I will say my hair grows a lot faster than it did when I first started, because this dread right here, this little small one that I have attached, this was to help save this dread. Now this dread happened, this dread was started within 2022. And look at how far down that already is, though. Like that, all the way from there to there. That's 2 years. That is literally 2 years. So like, why the fuck wouldn't I start over? Like 2 years of length right there. Okay. I don't like that I have a lot of these put together because of how thin they were when this is the actual size that I wish that they were. That's where I'm at about it. So I'm trying to establish like that size. And I feel like that's been the biggest problem, Brody. Like nothing looks well to me. And that's just how I feel. And I feel like everybody's gonna have their own opinions on dreads. I always had a bunch of comments about my hair being icky, this, and that. Like, look, I don't give a fuck what you say. My shit's still clean. I still clean it up. I maintain it very well, and I'm gonna go through all the things that I normally put in my hair. So at least you'll get that rundown too, you know? But my hair has been very clean from the methods that I do choose to take care of it wise. The only thing that I will say that I should do more often is greasing my hair. Greasing your hair is very vital. That's why also wearing something to bed is also vital because it keeps those natural greases in as your hair grows. It keeps that shine. It keeps that feeling of how it would feel if you were able to go and shampoo your hair and condition your hair on the regular. You know, that greasing is a blessing of its fucking own, and we don't know it and we don't think about it, but that is a big difference of what could have kept me from the breakage happening. Just the feel of my overall hair, you know, and it doesn't feel that bad. The grease that I do choose to use works very well, but you know, like, what is grease gonna help once my hair gets to this point? You know, what is that gonna help? Dumbass, bro.
Got that fucking
dumbass nigga. You shut the fuck up. I'm telling you, bro. But yeah, like, I don't know. I just threw the camera up, okay? I just threw the camera up and sat down and just started this conversation because literally it hit me in my heart and I'm gonna do it. And I'm gonna have fun with my short hair, and hopefully you guys stick around and just join in again and ask me those questions to consider, because that was one thing that I really enjoyed was when I was going through it, other people also gave me a lot of pointers as I went. You got to sift through the bullshit because everybody a keyboard killer these days. But fuck them niggas. Like, if you guys got something good to add to it, I'm still all ears. I don't know everything. I'm always here, always ears. But yeah, I would just say, like, let's just get it started. Let's see what happens. Yeah, so this is where it's at. You know, since 2014, 10 years. I started my dreads when my homie had his first kid. Damn, bro. And I will make sure to get more videos of 360s to let you get a close-up of these before they are cut. I don't know what I'm gonna fucking do, bro. I'm just fucking tweaking. I can't believe I'm actually gonna fucking do this. I don't want to do it as much as I don't want to do it. I cannot fucking wait to do it. And yeah, I would love to see how my hair reacts as an older man, because my hair's been growing fast, the back dreads fast. We're gonna have to fucking find out. All right. So fuck. Let me know some of your methods in the comments. There we go.